when you would go back in time, what would those sessions look like for you?
Oh, well, it was really interesting. Well, one of the things that was originally a problem for me is I was very scared of this impression I had, which was totally in my imagination or maybe in my spirit sense, not in my physical sense. But when I was a toddler in my crib, I felt there were two crows perched nearby my crib, waiting to attack me, and I was very scared. And what Vanessa did was we went and looked at that in much more detail and slowed down and saw that crows can be spirit guides and spirit animals, just like Tigwa and other, that an a sense of an animal has lots of meaning. And so rather than run away from it and be upset by it, we dug into it. We got into the symbolism and the meaning, and I calmed down. I kind of started to own it, embrace it, accept it, rather than run from it and hide about it and be fearful of it.
So that memory didn't bother you anymore after you did that?
Well, it became integrated, right? I just said, well, that's part of my spiritual connection, is that these two crows symbolized, what crows symbolize, which I forget all the meanings, but at the time we did a little mini study on it, and rather than feeling bad about it, I go, oh, okay, I think crows are symbols of change, and I think crows are considered one of the smarter birds, so intelligence and stuff like that. And I also believe that in my family of origin, I'm kind of like the black sheep in a sense, or a person that's always been looking to connect with above rather than below. And, to some people that seems impractical or silly or out of touch. And I guess you can overdo anything, but I just recognize. I'm sorry?
Learn how to be in the world and not of it.
That's right. And my family was, I wouldn't say they were materialistic and secular, but I just don't think they recognized the importance of the spiritual realm as much as I did, or the need for it. So,
when you would,
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
When you would strategize in a session, because there is the jumping or going back in time, there's looking at, your energy and how to become empowered in accessing that and putting it where you want. But then there's also sessions where you strategize what you're going to do in real time to walk out of certain things or change things. What were those sessions like for you?
Well, it was just a series of suggestions more than anything, and modifications so that I could do it in achievable steps, break it down into baby steps kind of thing. And I'm still working.
What you're eating, was that part of one of the
food? Yeah. As a matter of fact, Vanessa gave me the list of herbs, and right now I'm drinking red raspberry tea, as a matter of fact. And so I got some tea, some thistle. Was it thistle? Nettle. That's right. I got some nettle leaves and some rose hips and some chamomile. That's my favorite. That combination. With some little bit.
So she'll make suggestions for whatever area it is, and then you'll.
Right. Then I take what steps I can, or what seems achievable and prudent, and consulting with my doctors and all that stuff, and